Right. These next two questions are looking at budgets, different types of budgets. This one is quite a nice one. It says this company makes one product, and each unit requires 6 kilograms of raw material. So, from the last accounting period, say if each unit requires 6 kilograms of material. The material purchasing, so they spent 168,000 on buying in raw materials, and it tells us that it was a £3 per kilogram. So if you've spent 168,000, and each kilogram is £3, you must have bought in 168, 168 divided by 3, you must have bought in 56,000 kilograms. So you bought in 56,000 kilograms. So well, let's see what happened. So you had 1,500 kilograms initially. So you buy in 56,000 kilograms, and then you have left 500 kilograms. So you must have used, right? You must have used a certain 1,500 plus 56,000, and you used this amount, and you have this left. The question here is, what is this amount that you have, that you used in effect, right? And that of course must be, yes, 1,500 plus 56,000 minus 500, so it means that you used 57,000 kilograms in production. So this figure is purely to do with what you actually bought in. This figure is to do with what you actually used in production. And if it tells us that if you need 6 kilograms to make a unit, and if you use 57,000 kilograms, well, therefore you must have made 57,000 divided by 6, which is 9,500 units. So that's what you actually produced in the end. So it's important to see the relationship between what you buy in, and then now apply that to your answer, and then use that answer, your kind of cost of production, so to speak, to know the actual number of units that were actually made. This one, I mean, there's just a lot of information, but I think they're just almost they're trying to confuse you. They're trying to test your understanding of the meaning of profit. You see, profit is the difference between sales of how many units actually left the building, less cost of sales. So the cost of those units. And you see the significant units here are 50 units. I mean, you sold 50 units. So what we're really looking for is we're trying to compare the sales of 50 units with the cost of 50 units, fundamentally. That's it. So we know the sale. We know the sale is at 110 times 50. Okay, get your figure. So the question here is, well, what is the cost of 50 units? Well, it is as straightforward as it is. Each unit, it says here, each unit requires 5 kilograms of steel, and each kilogram is at £8. So that's the direct material. Each unit requires 2 hours. I mean, ultimately, I'm trying to get the full cost. Direct labor. Each unit, to have made 50 units, you would have used 2 hours, you're told, and each costs you £10. And your overheads, you're told that it's £4 per labor hour times 50 units. I'm just going to change my pen color. So this is the full cost of 50 units. I mean, this is what profit means. Profit is this has nothing to do with, okay, you bought this in, and we're not looking at that budget. We're just trying to calculate profit, which is fundamentally the difference between the sales of the finished units minus the cost of sales of those units, which is 50 units. All right. And so if we now plug all this in, I could probably do this one in my head here. This is 20. This looks like 1,000. This looks like 2,000. Right. That's 40. 40 there, and 5. So that's 2. Here, 8. 400 here. So this one here, 5 and 11 is 55. 5,500. So I need to add all these together and subtract from this of 5,500, and all of this here gives me 3. This gives me 3,400, doesn't it? Altogether, all of this, and this gives me 3,400. When I subtract this 3,400 from this, I get 2,100. So I guess again, like all things, it's the practice of knowing what to work with ultimately, isn't it? Um, but when you see profit, you know that they're talking about just sales minus cost of sales. I mean, it comes, and hopefully, if you've practiced this question if you had practiced this question as well, you would now you're going to come back to this anyway. This is just the first round of practice. Cool.